Colin, an inspired result for Waltham Forest today, beating Maldon and Tiptree 2-0.
Yes, not a surprising result in my opinion. I think we're a better team than a lot of teams give us credit for, a lot of people give us credit for, and I think today it showed it. I did say earlier on, I think that Maldon are there to be got at. I mean, obviously Grays are going to benefit from this result, but I thought it was a result. It was a game we could get a result from, and we did.
Tell us a bit about your keeper. He pulled off some great saves today.
Yes, he did. He joined us about, it could be about 3 months ago. Probably not even that. Free agent. We weren't really happy with the form of our keeper at the time, and we decided to have a sort of a clear out. And he's come in, and he's been playing well. Unfortunately for him, we kept our first clean sheet midweek, but today he was absolutely outstanding. Man of the match by a long way, I think. But it was all round a great team effort.
You kept Maldon really to only 2 chances in the first half. There was a Michael Toner long range and a Lee Boylan shot that your keeper saved just before the break. It was really a dream start to the second half for you, wasn't it, when you scored from that free kick?
Yes, it was. I mean, great delivery by Luke Stanley, and actually a great header by Farai, who, interesting enough, was with me at Ilford last season. No one really wanted him. I offered him to Cheshunt, they didn't want him. Offered him to Justin over at Averley, didn't want him. Thamesmead weren't interested. We lost our centre half to Billericay, so we brought him in, and we changed things slightly today. We put him in front of the back four. An inspired decision by Wally, actually. He was thinking about it this morning, and I think he had a great game, and he got the opening goal, which he fully deserved.
And then Maldon, to be fair, went at it to get an equaliser. Terry brought on Ben Bradbury, I think, for Ollie Burkett, so they were definitely attacking. Talk us through the penalty decision.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny actually. I thought it was a miscontrol by Adrian, our skipper. I think he fluffed his control, and actually I think that just really enticed the defender to make the challenge, and it was a stone cold penalty anyway. I don't think any really doubts about it, but I think it was just that miscontrol which really allowed the defender to make the tackle leading to the penalty. But I think we should have been long gone. Jack Leachman was clear through on goal. We had a couple of half chances. Credit to Maldon. I think they probably had the better of possession without really looking like they could break us down. And really we had a system where we played 5 centre halves, but with Farai, 5 defenders, but Farai sitting in front of the 2 central defenders, and it worked well. We just wanted them to come inside and smother them, because we didn't think they had the individuality with wide players to really break us down on the outside, and it worked.
And looking on for the rest of the season, where do you think your team are going to finish?
Well, we really, I think last week we kind of had a target, which I said I think we should get to 42 points. I think 42 points is a minimum. It's safety, and it's kind of that sort of nowhere place in mid-table. We're really looking at 2 points for every game if we really want to be considered a playoff side. So I think we'll probably finish just below mid-table. But as long as we get to 42 points, I think that's a benchmark, a point a game, and we'll go from there. We've got a young team, and I think they'll be much better next season.
And just lastly, who do you think will win this division, and who do you think will get relegated?
Well, even before this result, I think you've got me on record as saying, I think it was when we played Redbridge, your side, I think I was on record saying that I probably think Thamesmead were the ones which impressed me in the games. We've played against all of the teams, but I thought that Grays would catch Maldon, and I said so a couple of weeks ago, and it's looking even more, likely. But Maldon are in the driving seat, obviously. Grays have got games in hand, and until they play those games in hand, I guess Maldon. But I did fancy Grays from day one.
Grays now have 4 games in hand, 8 points behind, so you'd have to say that Grays with their front three of Carlos, Hammond, Jack West. I mean, there's a lot of goals in that team.
There's a lot of goals, and I mean, we compared the 2 teams last week, even though we played Grays at home, and we played very well. We had chances to really get something from the game. But looking at the attacking options, I think obviously with Gardner not scoring a lot for Maldon, then that does limit their chances of getting more goals. And their goals have dried up. They were hammering teams left, right and centre earlier on in the season, and that has dried up, and his goals have dried up due to injury and whatever. And I think Grays seem to have more firepower, which may count in the long run.
Down at the bottom, it's going to be one of Ilford and Redbridge, and I don't know if you heard, apparently Ilford won, beat Sudbury today. Redbridge lost 3-2 at Potter's Bar.
Yes, you can throw a blanket over the 2 of them. I think I did put on Twitter that I predict the points difference between them to be 1, and I think they'll exchange places before the end of the season. Ilford, surprising result, I think most people would say. Redbridge have been coming up short in a lot of games, and in theory you might think that they've probably got more to offer in games, but 3 points is 3 points for Ilford today. Both local teams, I'll be sorry to see one of them go down, but one of them will go down. It's hard to say. I couldn't say which one, and I don't think anyone else can either.
Good political answer there, Colin. Best of luck for the rest of the year.
Thanks very much, Adam, and sorry to see you go, mate. I'll put on record here that I know you're going out, moving outside of London, so it was great for you to give me a call today to come down. Always a pleasure to see you, and we'll miss your insightful analysis and conversation and tweets, but keep in touch wherever you go, yeah?
Will do, mate. Ta-da.
Cheers.